So we're going to do an update. Total words, 7,706. I already know for a fact there are several people going up around me. Okay, I will say that I am happy with that, and I'll update my progress. 7,706 words. Now we will take a look at my buddies. So let's see where they are. And of course, what is a NaNoWriMo checkup without leaf blowers around you? That's what I always say. All right, John Quick. We'll take a quick look at him. John Quick, a accomplished author, is at 10,323 words. How can you not be happy with that? John Quick moves quick through his NaNoWriMo, and he's writing a story called Beneath the Surface. So very exciting for him, proud of him, and he always does very well with NaNoWriMo. Tom Duffy is making quite a show, so let's jump on in, and I mean that in a positive way, not like he's showing out. All right, let's take a look at Tom Duffy. Again, he's writing The Light Fantastic, and he is at 9,474 words. Looks like he's updated for today, and well ahead of pace. So good going, man. Not a show-off. No, not a show-off. Doing just fine. Peter Germany. I can't remember where he was yesterday, so I'm not sure if he is updated yet or not. He is updated for day 3. He's at 7,059 words, so pretty close to where I am, and definitely well ahead of pace, and he's doing Slice by Night, so good job for him. I want to give Jay Pelton a shout out here. He is not updated for day 3 yet, but just from day 2, he was at 5,631 words on the DMIN novel. If anyone can find out what that stands for, let me know. Of course, I could just ask him if I ever remembered, but that would require me to remember. But doing well, and if he keeps up that pace and gets some words in today, then we are looking good over there with that. Looking at Armand Rosamilia, again, he is doing Man Down, First Coast Thrillers Book 3, and Book 1 is on pre-order for January 15th, so you can start that series, and you know for a fact that he's getting it going, and these are all great novels, so you need to get on to that. He's at 7,557 words, so we are right about the same pace there. I'm not going to point out that I had 200 more words, because then he'll just freak out and start writing more, and I don't want him to feel like he has to do that, because he'll be well ahead of me soon enough. Probably tomorrow I'm going to take a look at some of Armand Rosamilia's books. I have them on the shelf. I could just pull them from there, but I'll probably bring them up here on screen. I don't want my books to be out of order, but just know that most of the books I'll show you I have hard copies of here in my house. So good job, Armand. You are doing well. Writing more words now. So Armand's not going to let me stay 200 words ahead of him. Why would he subject himself to that kind of humiliation? All right, so Alex from Iowa. He is already, let me put him up on screen, he is already at 4,960 words. So that's a big jump from last time we checked on him. And of course, you can do the calculations to see pace and all that. But if you're almost 5,000 words into your NaNoWriMo novel on the 3rd day, you are well within reach of getting there by the end of the month. And of course, he may not be done writing for today. So very proud of Alex. Alex had a story acceptance yesterday too. I saw that. He said it was his 10th one. So getting those short stories accepted. I don't think I had 10 this year. I guess he's talking about 10 total. But working on a novel now, Curse of the Blood Moon. So that's a big deal when you're moving from short stories to novel writing. That's quite a transition. I remember writing my first novel. The only way I can kind of get my head around it was to think of like each chapter as sort of a mini short story, and then how to put those together. So that's how I kind of got my first novel done, and now I'm churning them out either like a professional or like somebody who is desperate for attention. Pull up author Chuck Buda again. He hasn't updated today, so he may need to do some catch up, but that's not what I want to focus on. So again, he's doing an untitled story. He's got about 1,000 words down, and hopefully we'll keep going. Maybe get an update in today. It looked like he missed the second, but that doesn't mean you don't keep writing, and that's kind of what I want to encourage. But I want to take a moment to look at some Chuck Buda books that I enjoy. So this is Chuck Buda's Amazon page. This is one of the books from the Son of Earp series, which is a sort of horror western, supernatural western thriller type thing. Looking at that series, I love these covers, and I love the books themselves. I think this is some of his best work, and that's no disrespect to his other writings, but I think he's doing something special with this. So if you are a fan of westerns, he's writing some straight westerns. I believe he's writing some weird westerns with Armand Rosamilia, in fact. And I think I saw something from Jacob, who I think may be the publisher, where he was saying something like that was coming soon. So I don't know if you guys got one of those in the offing there. But all that to say that Chuck Buda knows westerns and he knows horror, and here you get horror and westerns together. So he's done weird westerns. Yes, that's coming soon, Armand tells me. And he's toying with some straight westerns too. So I think those are coming as well. A lot of genre authors are kind of playing with western tropes and that kind of thing, but I think Chuck Buda has a knack for it that I'm glad he's leaning into that a little bit. And unlike people that are just kind of playing with it, I'm playing with one right now, but I think he's in his element with a lot of that. So I highly recommend the Son of Earp series. Begin with Curse of the Ancients, and then work your way on through that. You could really read them almost in any order, but the characters do progress, so I recommend reading them in order, even though each one stands pretty strong on its own. All right, moving on back. Keyport Cthulhu books. Let's take a look at these. All right, this is Keyport Cthulhu 3, which I believe closes off the series. Armand Rosamilia is involved in this as well. It's his brainchild, in fact, and his daughter Caitlin Rosamilia is involved too. So let's take a look at the series, the trilogy whole. So we have Keyport Cthulhu 1, 2, and 3, or Keyport Cthulhu the original. Before I wrote Enemy Held Near with Armand Rosamilia, he had written a few different books that stood out to me. One was Chelsea Avenue, which I also believe is a trilogy. And he wrote these Keyport Cthulhu books. And he also wrote Green River Blend, which I also believe became a trilogy. And all three of those books I believe showed his growth as an author at that point, because looking back now, that we're getting back into like the 2013 realm, which feels like forever ago when you're talking about writing careers. But he showed I think a change in like the intensity of what he was writing. And when I looked at those books, I was saying, okay, that's the kind of thing that I want to write. And I think I even said that with him when we were talking about the plot idea for Enemy Held Near. I said, I want to write to the quality of like what you're doing with Chelsea Avenue. So again, good job there. I came here to talk about Chuck, but here I am talking about Armand Rosamilia. Weird how that happens. Okay. And there was one other that I wanted to look at that I thought was pretty impressive. Pay Up and Die is a great series. I could go through all of these, and I may at some point. But let's look at Boondock Butcher, because I didn't even know this one was coming. All right. So, read more. Yes, I do want to read more. Local legends aren't what they seem. Nestled within the remote Tennessee mountains, a small town hides an ugly secret, a bloody wound that has never healed, Chuck Buda tells us. Renee Hunter, interesting name, finds herself broken down on a dark, lonely road. That's never good for a woman in a horror story. A local Samaritan helps her out, but he may have just delivered her into the belly of the beast. That's how these serial killer things turn out. Renee discovers that young women like her disappear in these woods. Now she must fight for survival, but the Boondock Butcher stands in her way. I love that cover. That is pretty amazing. When he shared it online, I thought that was pretty cool. Now this is up for pre-order, and I believe it's coming out November 23rd, it looks like. So I'm excited for this one. I didn't even know he was writing it, and I think it stands out. Armand is fine with me talking about him, by the way, so I appreciate that.